Hi guys, welcome to the channel, and in this video we'll be discussing about Gvardiol, who looks set to join Manchester City. How is this guy even going to improve Man City? They just won the treble, for crying out loud. The Champions League, the Premier League, the FA Cup. I looked at the entire Man City squad. It's so very hard for me to spot a particular weakness. But as we all know, Pep Guardiola, he loves to improve every season. And Gvardiol coming in will definitely improve Man City as a team, and he himself will get better as a player. We will dive into his profile and see how he's going to fit into the Man City squad and make them a better team. First thing I did was that I had to check out his heat map. Whenever I'm trying to make analysis about a player, I love checking out their heat map because it gives me an insight to what I want to do about a player. So I checked out his heat map on sofascore.com. You can also do that, search it on sofascore.com, put his name in the search bar, click on his statistics, then you get his heat map there. What I saw from this heat map is that he's so comfortable playing in the left side of the defense and bumping forward when the time arises. Let me just put it that way. So last season we saw Pep play this back four, which comprises of all centre backs. He stopped playing fullbacks at a point last season. We had Manuel Akanji, we have John Stones, we have Ruben Diaz, and we have Nathan Ake. So what this can actually do is that Gvardiol provides them with different options. The first option is that he can actually bench Nathan Ake when we can have a back four of Akanji, John Stones, Ruben Diaz, and Gvardiol. If John Stones should play in that hybrid role, in a offensive transition, if John Stones should move into the double pivot role with Rodri, then you can have a back three of Manuel Akanji, Ruben Diaz, and Gvardiol. Gvardiol is not even new to playing a back three system. He's comfortable playing in that left-sided CB, and in fact play as a left-sided centre back in the back three system. He's comfortable doing that, and that is where he actually edges out Nathan Ake a bit. I'm going to do something now. There is a statistic in front of me. I actually compared the two guys, Nathan Ake and Gvardiol. I made a comparison about them, and the stats says that passes completed of Gvardiol stands at 99.5%, while that of Nathan Ake stands at 97.6%. I think it's not bad, but it's actually a good passer of the ball than Nathan Ake. But what really impressed me the most is the progressive passes. His progressive passes rate stand at 94.9%, while that of Nathan Ake is 86.2%, and that's a big gap. And that is where Pep Guardiola comes in. This is one thing that Pep really loves. John Stones is a player who edges out all Man City defenders in terms of ball play, and getting Gvardiol in gives them beautiful option because he's very very good at giving those progressive passes. It's not those just regular centre backs who are trying to always play safe. Those sideways passes. It's not that. He's very adventurous. He loves to play those ground breaking passes. He loves to progress with the ball, move with the ball. If he has a chance, he can move with the ball. And the beautiful thing about this is that this guy is press resistant. He's press resistant. His successful take-ons is something to write home about. Let me just put it that way. He's very good. He's a press resistant because he knows how to get out of press. So if you actually press him, maybe like two players press Gvardiol, you can actually bypass the press, and when you bypass the press, Man City can actually go a little bit direct, because right now we can just say Pep Guardiola is this guy who believes in every based possession style of play. Again, he's kind of mixing things together. He can now actually go direct because Gvardiol is press resistant. When Gvardiol bypass the press, he is capable of playing those progressive passes that can actually locate Erling Haaland, who is running behind the defense, and that is so beautiful, so wonderful. And if Gvardiol is given a chance as well, he can actually make those overlapping run outside of Jack Grealish, and his crossing ability is awesome. He's very very good crosser of the ball. And last season Pep Guardiola is always speaking highly about Manchester City, about Brighton rather. He's always speaking highly about them. And there is one particular thing about Brighton that actually interests Guardiola a lot. He said they actually know when to give the pass, the right timing for the pass. Brighton are the best team in the world. One thing I noticed about Gosco Gavio while I was watching some of his clip is that this guy, although he loves to play those progressive passes, those diagonal balls, he loves to play it. It's just that probably maybe because he's still very little, he's kind of over ambitious sometimes, which makes him to lose possession. There are times that he forces those long balls, and later at the end of the day, his team lose possession. The opponent can actually start to counter attack and all that. So one thing I believe that he can actually perfect a bit under Pep Guardiola that Pep can actually work on him for is timing of the passes. If he's trained, if he's coached to time his passes more, I bet you this guy is going to be one of the best ball playing centre backs in the world. I can bet it with anybody. Because if you look at Brighton, look at the likes of Louis Dunk, look at the likes of Vietnam, they don't just make passes. There was a game last season I was watching Brighton. Louis Dunk actually did something that impressed me personally. I didn't remember the opponents they were playing that particular day. Welbeck was drawn with the centre back, so Welbeck had to make the move. When he made the move and the centre back jumped to close down Danny Welbeck, that was when Luis Dunk played the pass and Pascal Gross was ready to run in behind Welbeck and that defender. Welbeck has already pulled the defender out. So it's not just about making passes. The timing of your pass must be spot on. So I think him coming under a manager who is, I think, the best manager in the world for me, the best manager in the world. So it's going to improve me. He's just 21 years old. Still big space for improvement. Massive space for improvement. So I think the little bots that we can actually say about this guy is his area dwells. It's not so good aerially. Not that bad, but not like the likes of, if you look at the entire Mancity back four, he can't compete with any of them in area dwells. He's not so very good in area dwells. So I think it's something that Pep can actually work on about him if he's good in area dwells. And the pace, that is a major concern for me as well. He's not that pacey. Now, if he's going to play in a back three system, he needs to have that little bit of pace to cover a lot of grounds as well. So that can actually make Jack Grealish help him out. The good news for Man City is that Jack Grealish is now learning to play out of possession, and he did that perfectly last season. So if they are in possession, maybe Gosco Gavio is caught out of possession, Jack can actually come back. I saw Jack do it against Liverpool last season, where Jack Grealish was he was running back to chase the ball, and he actually won the ball. Jack Grealish. So I think that is something himself and Jack Grealish can actually work together with. That they're going to complement each other. They're going to cover each other's ass. So this guy coming in is going to improve Man City, gives them another dynamic to play their football. And the beautiful thing is that now Man City can actually now invert him as well, because he's so comfortable on the ball. A press resistant guy, a press resistant guy like Sergio Busquets. Let me put it that way so that you understand. He himself can actually invert into that hybrid role as well. Let's assume John Stones is not on field. Now you can have a back four of Akonji, Ben Diaz, Bosco Gavio, and Nathan Ake. If you have this kind of back four, Bosco Gavio is someone who can actually transition into that double pivot as well. He can play in that hybrid role because he's comfortable on the ball and he's very good in progressing the ball as well. So Man City now have not only John Stones as a good ball playing defender, they now have Bosco Gavio in their arsenal as well. Wow. Do you guys think with Gosco Gavio, do you think they can charge for another Premier League title, or you think another Premier League title is already in the bag? Because for me, this guy will make them better, and himself will also become a better player. Let me know what you think about Gosco Gavio in the comment section, guys. And guys, please make sure to tap the subscribe button to give me follow and turn on the bell notification button so that you'll be notified whenever I post videos on YouTube. I post it because of you guys. You guys motivate me. Please, I need huge subscribers. Can you subscribe? Tell your friends about this channel and stay cool, guys.